All right, today I want to share a little bit about my own journey with community, and this community in particular. I love living in Antigonish. I came here right after high school to begin my undergraduate degree. I changed schools 3 times the summer before I came here, but finally chose to come to Antigonish because I could study English literature, take visual arts courses, and be a part of a theatrical scene. St. FX brought me here, but it is not what kept me here. I often joke that I've graduated from St. FX 3 times and that I do not have an X ring. I never wanted an X ring, I wanted an A ring, but they didn't offer any of those, so I didn't get any ring at all. Antigonish presented itself to me as a space that invited participation, activity, and consequently change. I felt inspired by the things that I saw happening here, even though I was not at a stage in my life where I was imagining making my life in any place. But time passed, I completed my undergrad and found myself signing up for an additional 2 years here in Antigonish as I began my Bachelor of Education degree. During my time as a student, I branched out away from the campus. I got involved in theater, both at the Bower and through Music of the Night productions. Doing shows was the first way in which I was able to break through the bubble that campus life creates. And I really got to connect with the people of Antigonish.
When Jessica Danforth was here and speaking on Monday night, so Jessica, for those of you who were not able to go there, is the founder and executive director of the Native Youth Health Network. And she spoke to us about reproductive justice, and it was really, really fabulous. What she did was she connected women's life-giving with that of Mother Earth, and she began with a quote from a traditional Mohawk midwife, and I brought some of that quote this morning because I just thought it spoke so clearly to the life-giving, creative capacity, nurturing, caring, sharing work of women, and she connected it with Mother Earth.
My estimation is we need to have a level now of education around how to work together at the senior level. It's not so much about the middle management piece anymore. I think as far as our community is concerned, the senior levels have to understand how to think together. That includes your mayors, your wardens, your senior, your hospital, your university. There has to be a group where they come together and they actually start to talk about and forecast what the next 10 to 15 years looks like in their organizations. And from that, there's a community perspective that flows. And it's not that it flows down, it's that there's an education level at that top. And so I would say from where I look, that's where I'd like to see the next level of real community engagement. I think we do really well at this middle level. I think the next level of community engagement has to be at that level. That's the challenge.
Evelyn Lindsay, who is no longer with us as well, was one of the very first ladies to come to our community and do a presentation on the Antigonish Town and County Health Board. And I would say that would probably be my first involvement in an organization outside of my community. Most of my life, all of my community engagements have been with federal organizations through Health Canada that have pretty much been dictated to us in our community on how we should be doing things for our community members. And I think it was probably the biggest eye-opener for me. It was the first time being involved outside of my community. And I really have to thank both of those 2 ladies who are no longer with us for doing that for us. It just put us in a really unique position of being able to kind of engage outside of our community, which hadn't happened for years that I can remember. And it really introduced me to people like Lucille, Madonna, Peggy, and some really important people who really helped our community, I think, flourish and have some real growth outside of Buckingham.
And I think as far as women are concerned, we can direct a lot of what takes place by using our networks that we have and by actually keeping on the network, keeping the channel open and keeping the dialogue open. And so in closing, I'd like to say that I've learned a lot from Lucille. I've learned a lot from how she uses her network. And I like that it's always filled with an element of surprise. And I think that's what I'd like to close with, is that to live in a small, richly rural community is to be open to the element of surprise. And I hope the next 10 years are ones filled with good ones. Thank you very much.
So what she said is, women are the first environment. Women are the first environment. We are privileged to be the doorway to life. At the breast of women, the generations are nourished and sustained. From the bodies of women flow the relationship of those generations both to society and to the natural world. In this way, is the earth our mother, the old people said. In this way, we as women are earth. And that's Katsi Cook, a traditional Mohawk midwife. And I thought it in, particularly in this time of the role of women in creating families and communities, that protecting our earth as our Mother Earth and as the life-giving force is also a task before us that we take on.
I have chosen to be here because I feel inspired by the many things that are happening here. I feel invited to partake, and I accept. Part of what I find truly remarkable about living here in Antigonish is having the opportunity to stand alongside so many strong and rousing women who are making an impact in the way we all live here. In the arts, in our school district, in our local businesses, in our local agriculture, in our politics, our natural and Western medicine healthcare providers, in the provision of programs and services that assist the women and families in our town, our artisans, our entrepreneurs. Women are moving and shaking here in Antigonish. This town has and continues to provide me with strong role models of women who pour themselves into making this a better place to live, to raise children, and a place where we can all thrive. A few days ago, I heard that someone snapped a picture of the marquee at the Split Crow, which is currently advertising the Vagina Monologues, in bold black letters, and circulated it on Facebook with the caption, "Only in Antigonish." To that I say, hell yes, in Antigonish. My community takes care of me in such important ways. It has provided me with the privilege and honor of working closely with our youth. It has given me the opportunity to be a part of changing the way people can feel acceptance and safety here through the anti-homophobia and anti-racism work that is being done here. My community allows me to spoil myself by taking to the stage when my soul needs it. It continues to present me with challenges that are both scary and empowering to resolve, but that generate growth within me. My community has allowed me to come into myself as a feminist and celebrate it in song with the Wandering Minstrels, Antigonish's very own feminist choir. Now, if that isn't progress, I don't know what is. And finally, this community has provided me with one final hat to wear, one that I have longed for since I was 12 years old. I am now a mother, and I am proud and excited to raise my children here in a place that will nourish them and their potential. So I will end by saying that this CFA is proud to call herself an ABC, an Antigonisher by choice. Thank you for inviting me to be part of this fantastic event, and happy International Women's Day to all of you beautiful women. Thank you.